Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to Challenge Spectate. So today we are watching Challenger players and we're actually watching pros specifically. And recently we had a request. Huzzy, can you watch a support and see what they do? You know, I'm a support player, how do I carry, how do I do well? So yeah, we're going to watch and focus on Vander, who's playing Leona. But worth noting, and what I liked about this replay's potential is last episode, if you watched, we watched a Senna AD carry, and I got the pick. I got more of the reasoning behind the pick, but I'd like to see more about it. Well, this game, there's another Senna AD carry on Leona's team. It is Hans Sammer, who is, I think, you know, Rogue's AD carry. So this is Rogue's bot lane, I believe. So we get to see Senna AD carry again, and we get to watch Leona. And if I had to make a bold prediction about this lane, and just how generally solo queue works, is, I've said it for ages, in bot lane, the higher rating you go, you'll notice the difference of the lane is actually the supports. The support controls the lane. So that's one thing worth noting. So I would presume like the combination here between Senna and Leona, I can see working because the amount of CC from these two is quite high. Senna lands a W, well that gives Leona a free engage with E or Q, or the other way around. Leona lands a E, that gives Senna the W. Obviously, we've got a bit of a weird lane situation going. You've got a Felios mid versus an Assassin, and then you've got a Brand and a Nautilus down in bot lane. So they're a little bit weird, but worth noting, again, this is Challenger on EUS, so obviously the game quality is pretty high, or the player quality is pretty high. Meanwhile, if I just quickly, while they're doing a good poke, all this has been happening in top lane. So I've got no idea what just happened. Who got the red? I don't even know. No idea. Something's happened up there. But anyway, let's just continue watching down here. So Leona taking Q level 1 is the best thing to take if you know you can get to things at level 1. E, other than that, is okay. If you're looking even to push the wave at level 1 as fast, and Leona E through the wave, obviously that does AoE damage. Nautilus looking for a hook Q with the Brand W, and now the damage return, like we mentioned earlier, is pretty high. With the Ignite, high aggression level, and worth noting that, remember, the enemy bot lane in this game does not have a heal. So, if they get caught out, they're close to dying. Yeah, they don't have a cheeky heal to save them. They're just going to die. So Leona going to go up for an early ward just to make sure that there isn't a jungler on the way to go kill them. Brand, obviously, do I think it's worth picking Brand down in bot lane? Probably not. I think I would argue that Syndra is probably a better version of a carry in the bot lane, or even Ziggs. Hell, even Heimerdinger is probably better. Brand, to me, he's okay in support when he's arguably not the pure focus of the lane. That, like, Brand support works because it's like, I do a lot of damage, but also my AD carry does a lot of damage. Which one are you going to focus? Well, when Brand is with a Nautilus, well, you're going to focus probably the Brand. So, yeah, like, I think that is part of the issue why it's probably not the best pick. So one thing worth noting, Leona goes off to the side. Why? Well, there could be a couple reasons there. One, might be wanting to give bonus experience to the Senna. Allow the Senna to get some solo experience, because obviously Leona doesn't care too much about getting, you know, more experience than her AD carry. Other than that, it might be just looking for a bait. I'm going to walk off to the side, see if the enemy team engage on you. If they do, then I'll come and, you know, jump in. Could be both of those reasons. Could be none of them. Who knows? So, Elise, jungle invading. Echo on the back foot now. Obviously, Echo only level 2. Jungling is looking to get some XP buffs apparently in the next patch. You can see also Leona is helping with last hitting. That's a sign of a good support, is when they are helping the AD carry basically miss no farm under the tower. That's always really nice to see. You know, we said earlier, this is a pro, I think, bot lane, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, you are expecting some good quality play out of these guys. Now, they are maybe looking to go back. Leona's going to just chill in this bush. Slow pushing it. So, again, the idea of slow pushing this, they most likely are wanting to go back soon. Why are they slow pushing it? So they're slow pushing it. Camera, please. They're either slow pushing it that they want to fight the enemy team when they come back, or they want to build up a massive minion wave, so when they clear this out, they can go back, and by the time that the enemy team kill all this, they have enough time that the wave will not be back at their tower. That's the idea. Slow pushing waves is good for when you want to go back. So farm-wise, Senna's nearly double farm. which is kind of crazy. Again, I'm just making sure. There we go. I think I might have had a wrong setting on. I'm not really sure. Again, the camera settings are a bit iffy. So Leona goes for an engage close to the tower. Is actually getting chain CC'd a bit here by Nautilus and Brand, but that's worth noting. She just took all the damage from the enemy team and didn't die. She even got ignited, didn't die. So again, very much, by the way, worth noting, blocks the Q. What I like to see by this Leona, they will now get first blood in bot lane. What I love to see from this Leona is the use of vision, or denying vision. Oh, Senna's probably going to die. Oh, she heals with the Q, manages to survive. But you'll notice of how, aggression level high with the aftershock, and she does get the solo kill, worth in the end, because the Brand dies, who's technically the carry of bot lane. Your carry's still alive, still farming, didn't die. Definitely worth there. But what I like to see, already twice this game, the Leona has been chilling here. I actually like that because it's making the enemy team kind of like, where's Leona? Always try to like make it unpredictable of where you are. The more that you're making somebody go, I don't know where the Leona is. Leona's missing. Anything could happen. Like they might go aggressive. Leona can counter kind of gank, if that makes sense, in her own lane. Or Leona might be coming mid. Aphelios, you have to play passive now. It makes the unknown. That's really good. So far in this lane, I would say, I'm not sure whether we can say that, oh, clearly Leona's been carrying the lane, but I can clearly say, and confidently say, the combination between these two champions definitely works really well because of the amount of CC that you're getting. So yeah, maybe in my, we've said it before, we haven't had great centers in my games. Maybe they haven't been paired up with a Leona. So Echo going for a really nice E by the thing into, oh my god, into the wall. Echo actually does die. And he had ultimate, maybe? Oh no, he's only maybe level 5. But that was really nice play. Lovely to see. That's what should be happening, by the way, in a lot of your games. Leona staying with the Senna, going to look to push up the wave. Maybe go for a tower plate, possibly. But that's what you should be seeing, by the way, in games. This is the priority lane to gank. Even though, like, I wouldn't say AD carry is in a crazy strength position right now. Like, there's two champions that everybody's valuing over everything else, and they're both in this game. Just one of them isn't in bot lane. Everybody's valuing Aphelios and Senna above every other AD carry. But other than that, AD carry isn't in that strong of a position, but it is the lane to gank, because it's the lane that is the most attached to jungle, to dragon, because there's two people that could go up and defend the dragon. Well, if you kill those two people, well, suddenly the dragon is free. But yeah, right, so gank coming through using the Senna W. Leona not level 6 yet. Aphelios could be in trouble. Does have his flash available. Leona does go for the E, causes the Aphelios to flash. And yeah, what I like to see is roams. Not just from the Leona, is both of them are roaming. Why? Well, look down to the bot lane. They're not pushing. Like, they're pushing now. It's too late. They already got the roam off. They already got the mid laner's flash. It's too late. So I like to see that. What we're watching here, I know this could be treated as a pun. By the way, that's a bad Nautilus hook. That's actually probably hurt him rather than helped him, because now, look, the enemy is on the way. Brand getting caught. Nice Senna ultimate there. Elise gets straight away half health. Senna gets a kill. Leona now still in the mix in the front line. Is going to just keep walking forward. Goes onto the Elise. Lands the Zenith Blade before the Elise gets a flash off. With the Ignite, picks up the kill. So it's very clean play that we're watching from these two. Very nice to see. And it's proactive. They're pro players being proactive. They're, like we said last time in the Senna game that we watched, they are constantly looking to do things, these two. They're not giving the Brand and Nautilus any breathing time. They're fighting them, then they're roaming. They come back to lane. They instantly fight them again. It's constant. How do you deal with constant? It's really difficult. Aphelios looking for a cheeky kill. Leona looking for a roam. Does manage to put it off. Not really sure, by the way, why Aphelios is mid lane. No idea. But does get himself killed right now. Again, farm-wise, the Aphelios is out farming the Kiana, as you'd probably expect. But Kiana is roaming. She's been involved in 7 kills this game out of the 9 possible. So the Kiana, although out farmed, is doing really well. Gold-wise, if we actually looked, Aphelios is 3,300. Kiana is slightly 50 gold ahead, even though she is nearly 30 farm down. And that's what you get for just being more involved. Now imagine if the Kiana can get to a stage that she just one-shots the Aphelios whenever he's in lane, then she starts out farming him. Boom. You've got a really weak Aphelios not managing to do anything. This is weird. So, for some reason, Elise is just chilling in the lane. Instantly, Leona's looking to roam with the Kiana. Ooh, first bad mistake we saw from the Leona there. That arguably just got a kill. Senna just got a solo kill on the Elise, by the way. Nautilus in the area with the Aphelios. They do have vision of the Aphelios here. Leona may be looking to go in. Maybe not. Oh, maybe now they will. Aphelios has got no flash. Echo's now coming into the mix. Leona lands the E with the stun, and Leona will actually pick up the kill. Really nice to see. But yeah, as I said earlier, it's always doing something. They finish one play and Leona's like into the jungle. Then she goes bot and then she's back into the jungle. It's just constant. It's good to see. So if you are a support player, you're like, how do I carry games as support? Like, it's not all about just playing a damage support. You can carry as a Leona or a Nautilus. It's just, it's up to you to like, right, we are going for this play. We are making this play. I am going in. I am going there. I'm doing this. Really nice stopwatch, avoided the stun for now. Don't know if she's going to survive. Actually just decides to go for the all-in. Gets healed. Really nice play there. Don't know. Oh, she does survive. No, she doesn't in the end. Minion does the damage. Echo surviving. Double kill in bot lane. That was actually really well played by Leona, by the way. Nearly surviving. I think it must have been like a minion or something. Or maybe Brand if he's got Scorch. Potentially got that kill. Because that was really clean. Was basically she decided and made the decision, I'm probably dead here, so I may as well just like CC the Brand. It was a good decision, but she also then nearly survived after it because of the heal from the Senna. Item build wise, not really sure what item build the Leona goes. Obviously, there are multiple options that you can go. Meanwhile, in top lane, the Renekton does get killed. Kiana now on the back foot, potentially. Oh, no, not really on the back foot. Leona now roaming. Now, worth noting, another thing that a lot of supports don't do, when you notice a support that's in low rating, and it's like, I can't carry a support, the role sucks, I can't climb, they never roam. Roaming is good, but also remember you have to roam at good times. Why is now a good time? So Senna is AD carry by herself down in bot lane alone. They just killed the enemy bot lane, so they are going to be respawning. They're going to be making their way back to bot tower, but also the tower's about to die. So after the tower, the Senna's probably going to go back. So there's no point Leona going down to bot lane right now because the Senna's about to kill the tower and leave. So right now is a perfect time to roam because there's nothing better to do in bot lane. So here comes a roam. Echo looking with potentially with the Leona. And like we said, there's the Senna killing the tower. She most likely will go back. Echo goes for a flash with the Leona stun. Not sure if this is a kill on. Maybe will be. Ignite comes out. Maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't have enough damage as the Echo. Randomly. That was a bit weird. Bit messy that was, if I'm honest. And that might have been... it wasn't even exhaust that made him do no damage. He just didn't do any. Leona now on the back foot. Senna with the heal from behind. Manages a lovely little Zenith Blade to avoid some Brand damage. Brand, angry boy, really wanted to get Leona. Leona prioritized on survival there. That was good to watch. So all Leona did was walk away. Keep attacking me. You don't even kill me and you're dead. Obviously, that was Flash Bird for Brand as well. But yeah, like this Leona is really good. But the thing with supports, what I think is the problem sometimes with the role, what this Leona is doing this game to a lot of people is not going to be impressive. Like, people won't look at this and go, damn, this is an amazing player. Because support isn't a flashy role. It's not a carry role. You're not going to have 20 kills playing Leona support. It's a consistent role that you have to put your ego a lot of the time to the side. And what this Leona is doing this game is very good. It's setting up plays. It's landing CC. It's surviving tricky situations. Worth also noting that she is 2 levels up her lane opponent Nautilus. 2 levels as a support. She's doing a lot of great work. It's just sometimes not as obvious because it's not a carry position. Again, tanking a buttload. Engages, that was questionable. But again, sometimes if you're engaged, manages to get other kills, maybe it's worth it because now you kill the enemy jungler, now do a dragon, that would mean the death was worth it for Leona. Echo being a bit overly maybe ambitious here, does get caught out. Camille in the area. Oh, lovely dodge actually. Does walk into Camille. Senna now in a 2v1 situation, probably not going to go very well for her. Gets stunned out. Brand ultimate actually bouncing over from the Wraiths or the Raptors, whatever you want to call them. That was unfortunate for Senna. Will end up dead as her first death. Still kind of waiting for what items this Leona is going to be picking up. Is it actually a Gargoyle first item? So earlier I was playing solo queue on my main account. And I actually didn't... I saw a Leona rush Gargoyle and I was like, is that really like good? I was questioning it. Maybe it's the thing to do, but I don't know. I guess it depends your playstyle, because I actually think Leona does a decent amount of damage, like surprising amount of damage. Obviously, if you're building Gargoyle and you activate it, it limits how much damage you're doing. But I guess maybe the ultimate the ultimate, you know, like, this is what you're aiming for as Leona, is survival, not damage, I guess. Which, you know, obviously she's a tank. But yeah, interesting. Dragon potentially on the table for both teams any moment. Pings are happening around it. Camille, you just got vision there. Aphelios in bot lane, so this now might trigger... Oh, well, Camille's in top lane. Let's now start the dragon. Let's see what Leona does. So she's going deep, maybe to look for some vision. Is maybe going to go here to maybe spot out the Elise for a steal. So she's waiting here just to see if she can cut anything off. Now deciding to roam. Brand getting caught. Leona ultimate probably going to happen, or not, just the E. Does pick up the kill, which she didn't need to do, but will take it nonetheless. They do get the dragon, and that was good. So Leona basically just was like, I was here, the enemy team isn't going to go for it, so I may as well just not waste my time waiting around here. Let's go for a play on mid, and it worked out. So again, as we mentioned multiple times already, it's the whole case of good players, high-rating players, pro players are always looking to do something. You basically never see... you know, high-rating players just wait in a bush for 5 minutes. You know, obviously that's it's an exaggeration, but you know, like the meme, like a low-rating Garen player waits in a bush to try and get somebody. You don't see that in high rating on any champion because you can't do that. If you're waiting in a bush, even as a support, that means you're not making any gold. You'll also notice that in this game, how often, meanwhile, Big Engage comes in with the center ultimate over the top. So again, nice combo there. Leona potentially in trouble. Is a bit lucky. Not people does get healed. People weren't actually leaving the Leona there. I was a bit worried for her life, but she does survive. Really nice engage, but at least doesn't die because obviously that champion is just very good at surviving herself. But as we've said earlier, it's that instant engage. Don't give people time to react. Guarantee that like Elise got a bit shocked by like, oh god, they're engaging on me now, because the Leona engaged, as you notice, as literally the tower was dying. So as she literally landed on top, boom, the tower's dead. Echo going for a bit of engage. Lovely kill there. Nice and cheeky. Gets it and leaves. Nautilus having a rough game. Brand having a rough game against the combo of Senna and Leona. So yes, there is an item complete for this Leona. She does end up going for the stone plate, which I know is a good item for her. Like, I think when I questioned it, people in Twitch chat were like, oh yeah, that's a Leona item. I was like, I know it's a Leona item. I just didn't realize it's a rush item for her. I always thought, oh, it would be like your 3rd or 4th item on Leona. Apparently people are building it literally as her first main item, apart from, you know, boots. So yeah. Alright, 2 deaths for the enemy team. Unfortunate. Kiana overextending a little bit. Actually gets like 1 shot. Leona going crazy aggressive by herself. Obviously not technically by herself, but the Senna wasn't around perfectly at the time. Boom with the Senna damage. And this Senna that is in this game is doing a more aggressive build than the other Senna that we watched. So the other Senna went, obviously, this item... man immune, but then went into the Yumus for the movement speed. Well, this one has gone Drakthar for more damage. Slightly different playstyle, but obviously the Drakthar does add a bit of damage to your burst, and obviously that's how you play Senna AD carry. So using the E to wave clear a little bit, they are not going to continue their push, which I think is smart, because I think that would be overextending a little bit too much without vision. So they are now putting vision down, which I think is needed. They are now rotating, so good mobility by the Leona, looking for that little pick on the Brand. Again, constantly moving, not just waiting out around in one area. Again, see at least engage, no dilly-dallying, no waiting around, people getting caught by this Leona. It's getting really good to see. This is a good Leona, not giving people an inch, constantly being aggressive. Echo overestimated how much he could survive there, did have his ultimate but didn't use it. Center ultimate does get the kill, which is nice to see. Good ultimate use. And yeah, so again, what is this, everybody? We've got 2 games of good Sennas back to back. Again, like I said, I'm always open to learning more about the game. I always want to learn more about the game. I've seen Sennas do well in pro play. The whole point that we've been bringing up over the last couple of weeks is I've just not seen a good Senna either on the enemy team or my team in my personal solo queue games. Obviously, that still is technically true because this isn't one of my solo queue games. This is a replay that we're watching. But yeah. So Brand picks up a kill. Senna's in the area. So you can see Leona is trying to herd them, basically. Keep them in the general area. She's probably going to go for the Camille. because she's like, the brand was already dead, so she was going to go for the Camille, but the Camille flashed out the way. But again, good decision making. So she has also got her completed Paldrons of the White Rock. I actually don't know really the names of all the new support items this season, so that's actually a new thing that I didn't know what they were called. They're walking into the Leona. Leona just face tanking it. Gargoyle activated, by the way, so very tanky. You can see basically taking no damage while it was activated. Doesn't pick up the kill, does the Aphelios. Now on the back foot, at least gets killed in the end. Echo in the end, doing a bit of healings. Camille made her way, I think, with teleport she did. And that will probably be the fight. Nothing more. W comes down. Echo damage actually doesn't hit. Leona now going to go back. Probably has wanted a base for a while. But yeah, that was a good use of Stone Plate. The enemy team's walking and engaging on me. Stone Plate, without that, I can guarantee, even if she had a Sunfire or one of the other Leona items, she would have died. 100%. Nice kill. Again, enemy team is starting to build their aggression a bit. Even though they're half in kills, it's good to see confidence from them. Leona going to come in, maybe looking for an engage. Will she manage to get one? Aphelios doing a bunch of damage. Remember, Aphelios getting quite a big nerf in the upcoming patch for his sniper that a lot of people think is a problem. That his abilities now no longer have a global range to them. It will have a 2000 range. Leona doing a bit of engage with the Kiana. Will he survive? Does for now. Yes, center ultimate does come with the kill. Nice to see. Very aggressive. Not sure if that's probably a good idea. Is in the area. Will he die? We're finding out now. Probably should back off, but I like the aggression. Puts the W on. Is going to get quite low from that, but isn't going to die yet. Putting vision down. But yeah, damn. The aggression levels are so crazy to me that, like, you're nearly... like, someone will tickle you and Leona would die right now. She's still moving forward. She's still looking to be aggro, which to me sometimes just blows my mind. Worth noting... I will just mention, if I go a bit orange in the camera, it just reached 8:30 in the evening, and that's when my night light on my computers, the screens start turning orange to help with my eyes a bit at night time. So that might reflect in the camera, and I might look like I've suddenly had a tan or I'm from Essex. So yeah, worth noting. So item build from Leona now is building components, Glacial and Kingle Gem. Leona ult coming through forces the Aphelios flash. Again, like we've said many a time, I know it's repetitive, but I really want to drive the lesson home. It's not giving the enemy team an inch. I see a potential engage, I go for potential engage. That's the playstyle, that's the point. So Renekton, by the way, who was having such a good early game, is now starting, as you can see. It's becoming more even, this matchup. Well, that's the nature of Renekton. He gets outscaled by a lot of things, and one of those is definitely Camille. Camille, remember, has true damage. So Renekton did get the kill. Slightly commentator's curse, I guess, but let the game go on for another 20 minutes and definitely the outscaling would happen. Nautilus getting caught. No dead Senna, though. Elise actually goes crazy aggressive. Leona E actually hit, which it didn't look like it did. She picks up the kill somehow. Echo survives with his ultimate. Kiana coming through. Really nice ultimate play. Will get the kill in the end on the Aphelios. Actually, Echo does. Crazy aggro play happening. Brand, who is... oh, God, the aggression is insane. Now Brand is Zhonya Zing. Renekton now in the back line. Gets one kill. Leona very close. Does end up dead, but did land... critically. She landed the E, which stunned the Brand momentarily, which gave room for Echo to get the kill. Really good. I like to see it, baby. I like to see it. Item build now. Zeki's Convergence, or Zeki's Convergence, which obviously is the item that bind to an ally, and when you both cast your ultimate, a storm goes against you. Obviously, this is for good priority ultimate champions. Leona's a good ultimate champion. Senna's obviously ultimate is very good. So yeah, this is a good example of a combo of a lane that Zeki's is a good idea. What would be an example of not really an AD carry that you'd want to buy Zeki's on? Basically, any AD carry that doesn't prioritize their ultimate heavily. Or it's a, you know, if their ultimate cooldown they don't use in basically every fight. Most AD carries are fine with it, but there are some that you probably are like, like Draven maybe? I don't know, like Draven doesn't use his ultimate in every fight sometimes. It's still probably fine on him, but there might just be like Knight's Vow arguably might be better for Draven with his aggressive playstyle. Senna W, hiding everybody. Nothing comes from it though. Renekton and Camille are having another fight in the bot lane. It's like a constant fight for those two. As we've mentioned many a time, that is the island of top lane, that those two are just in a 1v1 permanently, and Camille does die again. So yeah, the Camille has not outscaled the Renekton yet. He got too much of an early lead. So maybe the Camille should not be looking for fights yet. Should be focusing on farming and trying to delay the game. Or obviously, if you're continuously just dying to the Renekton, well, then you're just extending the Renekton's lead. Therefore, it's harder to outscale him then. So Leona's just going to wait around in the front. Maybe just look to deter people, basically. Again, she's not helping with this. She's looking for the enemy jungler, and she's just going to go to the side where the players are, just to slow them, just to stop them. So she can see the Elise is down here. She sees the Nautilus is here. She's just standing in the way. The end. Like, she doesn't need to do anything fancy. She doesn't need to help, really. She just needs to delay. Senna gets a kill. Nice Kiana ultimate. Maybe a bit overkill just for a Nautilus, but they will pick it up. Leona. Oh, lovely ultimate over the wall. As you said, you know, look for those engages. Look for those picks. You see, she can't do anything. Oh, never mind. She lands the E over the wall. Lovely to watch. Ooh, this is a really good Leona. I like it, dude. Again, who says support isn't exciting? Tank supports, man. They are good. When one is playing good and they're making the critical engage plays of that big ultimate that lands on the brand, perfect stun, of being patient, waiting here because she's hoping that she can eat something over the wall. Other support players may have walked around in that whole time, and by the time that they walked around, the play is over. She had the patience to wait and then get the E. Really good to see. I love to watch it. Another engage coming through onto the Nautilus. Nautilus getting in trouble and does get killed by the Leona. Now looking for the E. Does go on the brand again. Never stop doing things. Gargoyle has been procced by her. High tank levels right now. And now they will most likely look to potentially even end the game. So yeah, this has been wonderful. Obviously, Senna has had a great game, but I would say a lot of this has been how well the Leona's played. You can't argue with the fact that the Leona has played fantastic. Another, again, constant looking for another engage. Always. I love it. I love it. Like, that is the key to this. Always looking for something. Never giving an inch. That was awesome. That was really fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This actually might have been potentially our first ever Challenger Spectate of support. If you guys enjoyed it though, please do leave me a like. And yeah, that's how you carry a support. You look for things constantly. Engages, picks, etc. But that was awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. If you did, throw a like on the video, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.